Laces tight, morning cold. Same way, different day. Pulled on boots that ain't mine new, passed down twice, stitched through and through. Leather cracked like my old man's hand, still got dirt from another land. Sink won't run and the pipes froze thin. Kids asleep while the wind gets in. Fridge hums loud with almost nothing. Funny how silence says something. They keep talking like the storm has passed, but every week hits harder than the last. Borrowed boots on borrowed ground, walking debts that keep me bound. They raise the price, they raise the stakes, and call it living while the poor one breaks. But these souls still know the way through hard nights and harder days. Ain't got much, but what I own is the will to carry on alone. At the Wilden yard, sparks flew wild, his eyes looked scarred. Said his pension got cut in half. Laughed one time, a bitter laugh. Across town the school bus stopped, little kids in coats all cropped. Teacher says bring lunch by noon. Hard to do when payday's ruined. Tell me, how do you say when the well runs dry? How do you trust when the truth's for hire? My mama used to patch these seams, said life ain't kind, but hold your dreams. I wore that line like Sunday skin. Now I know how deep it sinks in. A man ain't rich by what he keeps, but by the way he learns to meet. But the road is mine, worn out leather, stubborn spine. They can build walls and lock the gates, still can't decide a working man's fate. If tomorrow comes with less than today, I'll still rise up and find my way. No silver road, no golden truth, just dust hard miles and borrowed boots. Still walking, still warm, still moving. Sun ain't up, but the road already is. My knuckles split on factory steel, oil and sweat, that's all I feel. Lunchbox light and a rusted latch, another shift just to keep the match. Street lamp flickers like it's giving in. Same as me, but I won't bend. City sleeps while the grinders wake. making bread that we barely make. Funny how power wears a polished shoe, while mud keeps sticking to the truth. Heavy hands, heavy load, dragging dreams down a broken road. They count profits, we count scars, measure life by empty jars. Still I push when my legs go numb, still hear fire in the beating drum. Ain't no throne in the dirt, I stand just this world and these heavy hands. Saw my son in a second-hand coat, asking why the heater won't stay on. I bit my tongue, looked at the floor. A father's silence cuts even more. The boss says times are getting tight, then drove off clean and chrome that night. We punch clocks like chained up men, wake up tired and do it again. Tell me this, when did sweat become so cheap and greed get sold as something deep? My old man used to sharpen blades, said life don't care how much you gave. He died broke, but his back stood straight. Never begged, never blamed his fate. I carry that like iron weight, a bloodline built to tolerate. If I fall, let it be known I stood my ground, I held my own. No silver spoon, no promised land, just hard-earned life in heavy hands. Same road, same fight, still moving. .5, dark is cold. The same road calling. Left my name in the sink last night, along with grease in the kitchen light. Coffee black, no sugar left, just bitter heat and shallow breath. The bus rolled by with a cough and growl, picked up ghosts and flannel and towels. Men half awake, eyes fixed ahead, counting hours before the day starts dead. A funny thing, a paycheck lands and disappears like rain on gravel, gone in tears. Dreams I never did, bread gone stale, meat cut thin, still enough to drag me in. They're outlaws from carpet floors, we wear holes through factory doors, and every day they ask for more, like sweat goes back the way it pours. out loud, said, man, this place will bury us proud. He showed me pictures of his little boy, missing teeth and plastic toys. Then his phone rang, face turned gray, rent jumped up starting yesterday. He crushed that can and stared at dirt like bad news always knows where to hurt. What kind of math is this? Work 10 hours, lose 11, pray for rain, get dust instead. My old coat smells like rust and rain. Where's my years like a second name? I keep thinking there's got to be more than chasing smoke through a closing door. But maybe more is just surviving long enough to watch your people make it through. Spine, bent by pressure, not by time. They can tighten screws and raise the wall, still can't on the way a good man falls. If tomorrow asks what I became, tell it I carried more than my name. Through dust, through death, through worn out skin, I kept the fire alive within. Clocking out, still standing, back at dawn. Smoke in the air, morning tastes like iron. Hit hard on the tin roof last night, counted every drop like borrowed time. Woke to silence, power gone, still had to move before the dawn. Bread on the table, barely enough, kids half asleep while life gets rough. A cracked up sink, a leaking line, funny how trouble shows up on time. You hear speeches through the radio hum, big clean words from silver tongues. Bread and dust, that's what we hold, and stay warm, but the world runs cold. They raise the price, then call it fair, while we keep breathing thinner air. Still I rise when the daylight breaks, carry the weight that the system makes. No easy road, no sacred trust, just bread to earn and roads of dust. Saw Joe lose his farm last spring, 30 years gone for a paper sting. Bank took all but the rusted gate, left him staring at a field of hate. A mother crying at the market line, choosing milk or keeping lights alive. That kind of hurt don't make the news, it just sinks deep in worn out shoes. And tell me, who keeps score when the poor fall down? Who hears a prayer in a hollow town? I ain't asking for a golden chair, just honest pay and cleaner air. A roof that holds a meal that stays, a little peace at the end of the day. But hope's a blade, sharp and thin, cuts you deep, still pulls you in. They can write laws, they can shift blame, but they can't erase a working name. If tomorrow burns, I'll walk right through same hard road like my old man knew. No crown to wear, no luck to trust, just blood, hard bread, and rising dust. Keep moving, don't stop, not yet. Cold air, a long road, no witness but the dust. Sun cracked open through a dirty sky, poured thin light where the fences die. I stood there still with a wrench in hand, counting what's left of this broken land. Mailbox hanging by a single nail, like my luck still there but pale. Water pump coughing dry as bone. Funny how struggle feels like home. They say hold tight, things turn around, but those words don't plow this ground. Gravel prayer beneath my feet, talking low where the dead roads meet. Ain't asking much, just enough to stay. One more meal, one more day. They build towers with borrowed lies. We build truth where the hard dirt lies. And when this world keeps pressing down, I plant my boots and hold this ground. The diner, Earl just shook his head, said his youngest skipped lunch again. Factory cut half the crew last week. Now grown men can't afford to eat. A woman cried by the gas pump line, watching numbers climb one more time. Nobody spoke, but everybody knew. Hard times spread like morning dew. Tell me, what kind of freedom costs this much, when even hope feels out of touch? I ain't no saint, I've cursed the rain, thrown my fists at passing trains. But every bruise, every unpaid scar taught me exactly who we are. Not broken, just bent, not finished, not yet. They can tax the bread, they can price the sky, still can't teach this heart to die. I've seen the strong brought to their knees, still they rise like winter trees. And if the road stays hard and long, I'll keep moving, carrying on. Dust settles, night falls, I'm still here. Trains rolling somewhere, I'm still here. Alarm clock died 3 winters back. Now awake by the ache in my back. No sunrise glory, no preacher's bell, just cold black coffee and the smell of hell. Mailbox stuffed with red line threads, numbers taller than my paychecks. A cracked front step, paint peeled thin, feels like the walls are caving in. Funny thing about hope, it don't stay still, slips through fingers, bends your will. Living on borrowed time and smoke, holding together what the world done broke. They keep feeding us hollow lines while we trade our youth for overtime. But my bones still carry heat, and my shadow still moves these streets. If tomorrow's late, I'll wait in line, still breathing on borrowed time. Eyes burnt out like an old wrecked car. I said I gave 10 years and what I get, a bad back, bad luck, and a pile of debt. Mama keeps her bills in a mason jar, prays each night by the window bar. Says, son, don't let this world turn you mean. Hard advice, sometimes there's lean. And tell me, what's the promise when the rent comes due? What's truth when lies pay better too? There's a graveyard full of honest men who bent too far and never stood again. I feel that pull, that heavy drag, like stones tied in a burlap bag. But I ain't dirty yet, not tonight. Flame, still got fight in this weathered frame. They can stack the odds and rig the game, but they can't make me forget my name. I've worn these roads, I've paid these dues, drank my losses, swallowed truths. When the sky goes black and the fields run dry, I'll still be here, and I won't ask why. Dusting my love, find my soul. Sun comes up on a broken land, empty pockets, dirt on my hands. Worked all day just to scrape by, still can't reach that high sky. Bills on the table, rent overdue. Same old pain, same bad news. I break my back, I lose my sleep, just to plan what I can't keep. They wear gold while we wear scars, counting coins beneath the stars. Crooked roads and crooked kings, taking all believing strings. They can own the land, they can own the sky, but they can't Gas runs high and the wages low. Where all that money goes, nobody knows. Big man talking on pilot screens, selling hope like broken dreams. Mama said, boy, don't bend too far. Even broken men leave scars. Truth ain't found where the rich men stand. It's in the dirt of a working hand. They build walls, we build lives. Still somehow we survive. Crooked roads and crooked kings, taking all but leaving strings. They can own the land, they can own the sky, but they can't kill the will inside. Our cold nights in a restless mind, chasing peace I'll never find. But I keep on walking through the rain with these boots and all this pain. I've seen good men lose their flame, buried deep beneath the shame. But every scar and every bruise ain't enough to make me lose. Crooked roads and crooked kings, still I hear freedom sing. Through the smoke and the pouring rain, I rise up strong through all this pain. They can chain my feet, they can curse my name, but I keep walking through the flame. This hard life made this heart of stone, and I'll keep fighting on my own. Still breathe, still standing, still running. Sunday morning, but peace ain't here. Church doors open, folks walk in, clean white shirts, washed off sins. Me, I'm outside with grease-stained hands, watching dust roll across this land. Truck hood up like a busted prayer, smoke climbing slow through the morning air. Pastor talks about heaven's gate, I'm just trying to outrun late. Funny how faith feels thin some days, like old rope fraying in a hard crosswind. Rust on Sunday, dirt all week, strong in bend, but they don't speak. They preach hope from polished wood, but hope don't buy what hunger should. Still I carry what I can't fix, a pocket knife and unpaid slips. If grace comes down, it better know I've been fighting where the hard winds blow. Saw my neighbor sell his plow, said the bank owns everything now. His daddy built that patch of ground, now his number's on a clipboard bound. Kids kick rocks by a boarded store, used to be work there years before. Town keeps shrinking, roads decay, promises rot like summer hay. Tell tell me, what's a man supposed to say when tomorrow's digging him a grave? Mama lights candles by the sink, says don't let bitterness make you sink. But bitterness grows where truth gets sold and justice dies before it gets old. Still I hear in my head, stand up straight, don't live half dead. Moving through the light feels gone. They can sell dreams, they can buy time, but they can't own this heart of mine. I've worn this pain like second skin, lost some fights, but not within. And if the road stays hard and long, I keep walking, carrying on. No rest, no easy road, still breathing. Whistle cuts through the morning haze. Coffee's cold in a cracked tin cup. Sun ain't risen, but I'm already up. Steel-toe boots by the back door wait. Another day, same day to wait. Roadside signs talk better days, but the paint peels off those line phrases. My hands stay rough, my back stays bent. Every dime already spent. Funny how the rich sleep clean at night, while we chase shadows before daylight. Empty promises, rusted chains, same old storm, just different rain. They shake our hands then turn away, leave us bleeding just to pay. But I ain't folding, I ain't done. Still got fire beneath this sun. If this world wants war from me, I'll wear my scars like dignity. Storefront windows, prices climb. Can't buy peace, can't borrow time. Kids need shoes, truck needs gas. Weeks move slow, years move fast. Heard a man say, keep your faith. Hard to pray when the cupboard's bare. Truth feels cheap in a world this cold, but grit runs deeper than silver or gold. Before he ends, I looked at my father's hands last night. Same cracked skin, same old fight. He never won, but he never ran. That's the weight of an honest man. Empty promises, broken trust. Go for them, for us just dust. They build towers, we build roads. Still we carry all the load. And when the lights burn out one day, my name won't fade like there's a way. No throne, no crown, no silver line, just life of mine. Still standing, still carrying, still here. Count it twice, still ain't enough. Landlord's note nailed to my door says pay by Friday or sleep outdoors. Kitchen light hums like a dying bee. Last month's hope still haunting me. Ashtray full and the coffee burnt. Lessons in life are expensive learned. Truck won't start, the sink won't drain. Everything's broke but the falling rain. Funny how hunger don't speak out loud. It just sits there, heavy and proud. Smoke and rent, that's where it goes. Hard-earned cash and worn-out clothes. I break my back just to stay in place. Running circles in the same damn race. But I ain't folding, not this round. Too much dirt in this hometown ground. If the walls fall in, I'll build again. With smoke in my lungs and debt to spend. At the dollar store, counting pennies like the week before. Her son got sick, can't miss a day. Medicine costs more than honest pay. Radio man says markets rise. It don't mean much to tired eyes. Try telling that to a man like me, who trades his house for electricity and ice. How much weight can one soul drag before hope tears like an old feed bag? There's a hole in my boot, but I still walk straight. Ain't learned yet to negotiate fate. My brother says leave, find better ground, but roots run deep where pain is found. Some things break and stay that way. Some keep burning through the grave. Then call it freedom, call it nice, but my name ain't written in gold or stone. It's carved in sweat and carried alone. And when this world tries cashing in, I'll pay in scars and start again. Still short, still here, still fighting. Sun not up, dead already waiting. Crossed 3 lines before first light. Paper cup shaking in the dashboard light. Gas needle low, but I pushed on through. 'Cause stopping costs more than moving do. Billboard preacher said, bless this land. Right beside a pawn shop and a shuttered stand. Funny mix, faith and rust, both collecting on borrowed trust. You can feel it in the roadside dust. Something's cracked in the bones of us. County lines and unpaid dues. Same hard road, same bad news. They draw maps from a marble room. We wear our ties in the shadow of doom. But I keep rolling, axle bent, living life on a dollar spent. If the world keeps shifting under me, I'll keep driving till it lets me breathe. Stop for lunch at a truck stop grill. It's too cold and the coffee still. Woman there said her son moved west, chasing work where the wages stretch. Outside rain kissed the old black ground like mercy falling without a sound. Saw a man in a Union cap staring holes through a folded map. He said, son, roads don't care who's lost. I said, neither do the ones who count the cost. And maybe that's the trick of it. Keep moving before the weight can settle. There's a place I knew with a willow shade, where rent was low and promises stayed. Now it's fenced with signs and fees, sold off cheap to bigger dreams. What do you call progress when your people disappear? Deals, hard truth under rusted wheels. They can price the land and flood the town, still can't buy what holds us down. I've lost sleep, I've lost time, traded you for nickels and dimes. But as long as these hands still steer, I ain't done disappearing here. Next time